So Jez, fantastic news. Will Norris signs a new deal for 3 years. Great news for both the club and for Will himself.
Yeah, we think so. I think it's always good, Tom, when a really promising young player gets the opportunity and then shows what he's all about and shows how talented he is. And I think Will has definitely repaid the faith that Sean's shown in him in recalling him from Braintree, and has made the #1 jersey his own in the second half of the season, and just shown what potential he has. You know, when we signed him, young lad, 17 or 18 years old from Royston, we thought he had great potential and talent then, and he's developed tremendously over a period of time. And great credit needs to go to the staff for that. Martin Davis has worked with him tirelessly and has done a brilliant job in developing him as a goalkeeper and helping him when he's been out on loan on a couple of different occasions, and just creating the right working environment for him to develop and improve every day. And Matt Walker also deserves some credit, because Will looks a different physical specimen today than he did 4 or 5 years ago, and that's really important in modern football, especially for goalkeepers. So the work he's done in the gym, the work he's done to add a little bit of bulk in the right way, and he's a really physically strong goalkeeper now, as well as being as agile and as explosive as he can be. So I think the staff play the part. Sean, obviously, because it doesn't matter how good a young player is, he needs an opportunity, and we always talk about that. It's then about the young player grabbing those opportunities, and Will's done that. From Crawley away, I think, was his first game. It was difficult circumstances because we were negotiating with Braintree almost up to deadline moment before that game. I think the next away game was Luton, and he tends to take every challenge in his stride. He shows a brilliant temperament, Will, and like I say, talent to be a goalkeeper that can play at a much higher level. And the reason for signing the contract, or the reason for us wanting to offer him that contract, is, as with all of our young players, we want to be proactive. We want to make sure that we secure their services. We want Will to play a big part in helping us as a football club move on to the next level as well. And we know in the long term that Will's acceleration in terms of the pace of his development might be quicker, and he might go on to greater and better things. But at the moment, it's important that we tie down our best young players. It's important that we show Will what we think of him, reward him for his displays last year. And someone described it, I think, on the radio to me: the vultures and the sharks circling. Well, the best way to keep them at bay is to get the player to sign a new contract. So we're really pleased he's done that. He'll have a good battle next season for the jersey, because, as you'll have spoken to David Gregory already, he's come to try and challenge Will, but that will do him good. And we think that, as I said, long term, he's got a really bright future ahead of him, and we're really pleased that the immediate future for Will Norris is going to be at Cambridge United.